I've been practicing law for 32 years. I was born and raised in St. Louis. I have a number of interests that didn't seem to add up to anything in particular, just I followed my passions in a variety of ways. For instance, I graduated with a degree in psychology and philosophy. I became interested in media reform. I consider myself somewhat of an activist in that area. Many people consider me somewhat of an iconoclast. But none of that really adds up to enough for me, so I was really happy to become part of this firm, the Campbell Law firm, because this gives me an outlet for a number of my interests. My drive for social justice. I love the idea of taking on causes that seem difficult or bleak, or handling cases on behalf of people who don't have the means to defend themselves, especially in a world that's full of, in addition to good people, wholesome people, it's full of cheats and liars. And you hate to wake up in the morning and think of just the bad side. There's a lot of good in the world, but there's people who are being ripped off every day. And we are in a very fortunate position to be able to handle some cases, selected cases. Yeah, as a young law student, I interned at the juvenile court in St. Louis County under Rule 13. It's a local Rule 13 that allows, it's a state Rule 13 that allows students to practice law as lawyers who would appear in a courtroom and take testimony and argue cases. So I was very fortunate to be able to have an early start in litigation. From there, I moved to a firm that handled insurance defense cases. It's not something I ended up doing permanently, obviously, but it gave me a chance to take depositions, work up cases, and this was all good. I met some nice people along the way, smart people, and I then ended up at the Missouri Attorney General's office. So wonderful opportunity to prosecute in a criminal way or a civil way cheats and liars. We all have cheater detectors in us. This was a wonderful opportunity in that you could actually set up sting operations, which I did. I set up a fake university and obtained approval by a fraudulent accreditation commission. We set up stings involving car repairs where we sent basically good cars into shops and they told us we needed $800 of repairs. There is no better feeling than pulling the evidence out when an attorney accuses you of not having any evidence and you show them the marked parts, you show them the videotapes, the photos, the audio recordings, you tell them about the 8 witnesses who will all tell them, yes, I'm sorry, but your client did these things and here's the evidence. So that was fulfilling. And I think what that did actually, it gave me the roots to keep on with an interest in consumer law. So although I didn't, my career is probably too long from even my own ability to understand it, but after another detour back into insurance defense law, I did find my way into a plaintiff firm, a very well-ranked plaintiff firm in St. Louis, where I was able to practice consumer law, class actions, and appellate law. And it's again, my own great delight to say that I'm now with the Campbell Law firm, and I'm practicing those 3 areas: consumer law, class actions, and appellate law.